I'm on my way to the flea market today. This is not the flea market that I usually go to. It is one of the flea markets that kind of only happen twice a year. And it kind of stopped coming around a few years ago. And so this is the first year that they started up again. So I'm excited. I'm not sure what to expect as far as how many vendors there, what's going to be there, but still excited to see what's out there and see what I find. So I'm going to put the timestamp right here if you want to fast forward right to the haul. And without further ado, let's go thrift at the flea market. So I'm going to start off with the largest item, and probably the item that you already saw that I put down. And I'm going to start off by saying I had no intention of looking for this or buying this. I just ended up doing so. So I found this mirror. And this was pretty early on, but I found this mirror and it had a sticker of $15 on it. Now $15 is already a good price, but in the beginning though, I always feel like I have so much confidence in the world, and as we go on it just kind of dwindles down. So I did ask for $12 instead, and I purchased it for $12. Let me start off by saying I love this mirror though. So I like the fact that it's like a long rectangle. It's got this decorative detailing on the corners and on the top piece. It's just a really beautiful mirror, and so I had to pick it up. Now mind you, I was not looking for mirrors because my mirror wall is officially done. I mean, there's one tiny spot on there where I could fit a small mirror, but for the most part though, I'm happy with the way it looks. Literally though, a nice vintage mirror that is in such good condition for $12. I think that's really great, especially considering this is a decent size and it's not a standard look that I have in my home yet. So this one definitely was a purchase where I was like, I don't know where I'm going to put it because I do have a lot of mirrors in my home. But I had instant inspiration one night as I was trying to fall asleep, and immediately that just started taking over and my mind started planning. So this does officially have a home. I just need to actually do up the space in order to do that. And I will let you know it's going to be in this room. Not the next video, but an upcoming video, I promise, because it is a little bit more intensive of what I'm planning on doing in order to make this work. So okay, next up are two vintage books. I got this from the same seller, so I'm kind of just lumping them together. One is Whittier's Snowbound and Other Poems, and this one I am not familiar with. It says The English Humorist, The Four Georges by W.M. Thackeray. Both of these are fairly old. This one was actually, the first edition was printed in 1912, and it was reprinted in 1914 all the way up to 1924, so my guess this is probably around 1924. This book was copyrighted in 1878. Much later in 1916, it was copyrighted by Houghton Mifflin Company. I'm sorry, I am sick, so most of the stuff that I'm saying right now doesn't actually sound like words. So I do like vintage books, but I do like literature books in particular. Aesthetic-wise, anything that's pretty. Now, I walked up to the seller, and mind you, this was after the purchase of the mirror. So I walked up to the seller and I asked how much. And I was ready to pull out $2 because that's literally what I thought it was going to be. It ended up being $6. And mind you, I am truly of the mind that a seller can price whatever they want to when it comes to the items that they're trying to sell. It's up to the person who likes it to see the value in that. Fortunately, I was not prepared to hear $6, and I kind of just froze. Like, the table was that way. He's right here. My wallet's right here. Okay. So it wasn't an impulse buy. It was more of like, I kind of froze and choked kind of buy. In this day in particular, I did see a lot of sellers with vintage books, so these were probably the cheapest at the flea market at the time. Honestly, I respect the hustle though. But yeah, speak up next time, Rachel. So next up was this little clock right here. If you can tell, it's actually fairly old. It does have a piece of tape that says April 1968. Oh. Oh! Look at that, it actually still works. So I didn't realize that this actually worked when I was looking at it. I kind of was just turning this and I was like, oh, it's not working, oh well. But when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is cute. So I picked this one up. It was just a cuteness factor, to be honest. I love the vintage cuteness factor of it, so I had to pick it up. This one was originally priced for $2. I just asked for $1 because it wasn't working. Or so I thought. So yeah, a little cute find I'm actually kind of happy about. Sometimes it's the little things that make you happy. Last two things are actually from a different flea market. So the flea market that we just kind of like went through, I wasn't doing a very good job of like recording, so that's on me. That's my bad. I did have a good time, obviously. So the next two things are from a different flea market that I ended up not recording at all. So I'm kind of just showing you these along with this flea market haul just because of the fact of I do not want to do an end of the year video where I have thrift hauls that I have left behind. So first up is this bottle right here. Just a really cute piece. I have another one, but it's different in shape, more similar to the styles that you usually see. And the person who was selling it labeled it that. I was definitely drawn to like the amber color, and then it's just a cute style all around, so of course I had to pick it up. I really love the style of the actual spout. So this one was just a really beautiful color, a great shape, and something I would, you know, honestly style just about anywhere. It was on the pricier side, but I could tell that this vendor was specifically like a reseller. This one was $8. So $8 is a little pricey in my mind, but at the same time, it's just really beautiful, and so I wanted to pick it up. Still really happy with this one though. And last but not least, bet you were missing these because it's been a while since I picked some up. And when I say a while, it's been like maybe a couple of months. But these are beautiful. These are actually the first style shape I've ever seen of these. And that's honestly what drew me to them. I love the bell shape of the actual holder. In my mind, 10 out of 10 as far as just standard brass candlesticks go. Like, I love this shape. This booth was also a reseller. I got these for $10. To be honest, I was so enamored by the shape of them that I didn't really think twice. I was just like, $10, okay. These are probably one of the more pricier brass candlesticks I've ever bought. If I could turn back time, I probably would have asked for $8 instead. But at the same time, I don't think $10 is awful. It's just a little bit pricier than what I'm used to. They're beautiful. I can't wait to style with these. Not that I don't have enough candlestick holders to style with anyways, but you know, what's one more set? The next video for sure you'll probably see these styled somewhere. So definitely a smaller haul than what I'm used to as far as when I go to flea markets, which by the way, you haven't seen the flea market video recently, and that is because I haven't had the time to go to the flea market on Sunday. It is closing soon, so I'm going to make sure I change that. Honestly, I love flea markets so much. So definitely for sure, these are great items that I found, despite the fact of not finding a lot. So if you like the items, definitely make sure you give it a thumbs up, and stick around if you want to see that refresh. But I want to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you for thrifting with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!